What if I told you that the first 5 minutes after you wake up could decide how the rest of your day feels? Most people never realize they're losing the day before they even get out of bed. One simple habit changed one man's life forever, and it might change yours too. Stay with me until the end. Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning and already felt tired? Not because your body was tired, because your mind was. Before your feet even touched the floor, you were already thinking about bills, work, problems, or mistakes from yesterday. If that sounds like you, then this story is for you. Because this isn't just Daniel's story. It could be yours. Daniel was 35 years old. He had a steady job, a nice apartment, enough money to pay his bills. From the outside, everything looked fine. But every morning felt heavy. The alarm would ring. His first thought was always the same. Not another day. He reached for his phone before he even got out of bed. Bad news, negative headlines, people showing perfect lives online. Within 10 minutes, his mood was ruined. By breakfast, he was already stressed. At work, he expected problems before they even happened. Even when something good happened, he couldn't enjoy it. His mind always found something to complain about. One morning, his girlfriend Sarah looked at him quietly. She asked, "Daniel, when was the last time you woke up excited to be alive?" He couldn't answer. He honestly couldn't remember. Sarah smiled sadly. "You have so much to be thankful for, but you live like life is against you." Her words stayed in his mind all day. That night, Daniel lay awake staring at the ceiling. He asked himself a question he had avoided for years. When did I become this person? The next morning, he couldn't sleep. Instead of reaching for his phone, he went outside for a walk. The streets were quiet. The air felt fresh. In a small park, he noticed an old man sitting on a bench feeding birds. The old man looked peaceful, not excited, not rich, just peaceful. Daniel sat beside him. After a few minutes, he asked, "Can I ask you something?" The old man smiled. "Of course. How are you so happy?" The old man laughed softly. "Happiness isn't something you find. It's something you practice." Daniel looked confused. "Practice?" The old man nodded. "Tell me, what was your first thought this morning?" Daniel answered honestly. "I thought, another day to survive." The old man nodded again. "Then, you've been practicing that thought for years." Daniel was silent. The old man continued. "Every morning you train your mind to notice problems. Do that long enough, and your mind becomes an expert at finding them." Those words hit Daniel hard. He had never thought about it that way. He wasn't just having negative thoughts. He was training himself to be negative. "Can I change that?" Daniel asked. The old man smiled. "Yes, it takes only 5 minutes." The old man pulled out a small notebook. Its pages were full. "Every morning for the last 20 years, he said, before I touch my phone, before I think about work, before I do anything else, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for." Daniel looked surprised. "That's all. That's enough." The old man pointed toward the rising sun. "Your attention is like water. Whatever you water grows. Water your worries, they grow. Water gratitude, and peace begins to grow instead." Then he handed Daniel a blank notebook. "Do this for 30 mornings. No excuses. 3 real things. Small things count the most." Daniel wasn't sure, but something inside him said, "Try." The first morning felt strange. He stared at the blank page. Nothing came to mind. Finally, he wrote, "I woke up today, My bed was warm. Sarah is still beside me. It felt silly, but he kept going. 5 days passed. Nothing seemed different. His mind even whispered, "This isn't working." Still, he kept writing. 10 days later, something unexpected happened. At work, sunlight came through the office window for the first time in years. He actually noticed it. He smiled. Then he thought, "I'll write about this tomorrow." Little by little, his eyes stopped searching only for problems. They started searching for moments worth remembering. The smell of fresh coffee, a stranger holding the door, rain tapping against the window, a phone call from his mother, Sarah's laugh, things that had always been there, things he had been too busy to notice. Around day 20, Sarah smiled at him across the breakfast table. "You're different," she said. "You smile more." Daniel smiled back. "I think I'm finally seeing my life." By day 30, he returned to the park. The old man was there again. Daniel held up the notebook. "You were right." The old man simply asked, "What changed?" Daniel answered with tears in his eyes, "My life didn't change. I changed. The problems are still there, but they no longer control me, because I finally stopped giving them all my attention." The old man smiled. "Exactly. Peace doesn't come when life becomes perfect. Peace comes when your mind learns where to look." Maybe today, you're carrying stress, fear, disappointment. Maybe you've convinced yourself that happiness will come later, after more money, a better job, a better life. But what if happiness begins before any of that? What if it begins tomorrow morning? With just 5 quiet minutes, 1 notebook, 1 pen, 3 simple moments. That small habit won't remove every problem, but it will slowly change the way you see your life. And when you change the way you see life, life begins to feel different. Tonight, place a notebook beside your bed. Tomorrow morning, before your phone, before social media, before the world tells you what to think, write down 3 specific things you're grateful for. Do it for 30 days. Not because it's magic, because your mind becomes what it practices. And maybe, just maybe, those 5 minutes will become the most important part of your day. Remember this: your life changes one choice at a time, one morning at a time, one grateful heart at a time. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, Ali, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope today, and comment below with one thing you're grateful for right now. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Until next time, wake up with gratitude, live with purpose, and never stop growing.